Welcome, this is yoga. You just need a block and some kind of strap or ring. All right, we're gonna start in a table position today. Moving through our cat-cow. Feeling into our breath while we're here. Start arcing and rounding through your spine. And as you do, just feel through this, feel through your breath. Feel wherever you're at right now, wherever you started at today. It can be different from day to day, hour to hour, minute by minute. Sometimes you can control your breath, and sometimes your breath controls you. So right now, I want you to try to take that control of your breath if you lost it for a little bit, and consciously move, inhaling into the belly, exhaling into the back when you round. The inhale comes on the arc. Feel free to move your neck side to side, feeling through your spine, and just catching up with that breath. Maybe slowing it down just a little bit more. Taking a little bit more time through the inhalation. Maybe you're holding for a second or two before you move into your exhalation. And again, maybe holding into it for a second or two before you come back and do it all over again. Just like the waves of the ocean, moving in and out. All right, and then the next time that you come into your rounded cat pose, stay here and circle around in this. Sway around, move through the hips, through the shoulders. Breathe into your back body. Inhale and exhale. Keep drawing that belly inward. All right, and then when you're ready, just go your other way. Other direction. And bringing it back to your center. Keep your spine rounded. Now curl your toes and press back into a down dog. You can choose to walk your dog or hold your down dog. It's your first down dog of the day. Usually I like to walk my first one of the day. Keep breathing, 5 more deep breaths. And now bend both knees down to the floor. Shift your weight back. Look forward and step or jump those feet forward. Place your hands onto your legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. And then slowly round it up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, so you come to a nice tall spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lean back. Deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive your hands down under your shoulders. We're going to find a plank line, stepping or jumping. Deep breath in, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows lower. Point your toes, place your hands low on the rib cage. Inhale, look up. Deep breath in, look side to side as you breathe through the side body. Good. And bring it back to center. Tuck your chin into your chest, curl your toes, find your down dog. 5 deep breaths. You can walk it or hold it. Now step your right foot forward. Take your left foot to an angle. Come all the way up into a warrior one pose. Palms touch, interlace the outer 3 fingers. Make sure your hips are both pointed forward. Stay here and just breathe. Good, one more deep breath. Exhale into warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back, open up your stance a little bit wider. Stay here, 2 more deep breaths. And bring both arms back up. Reposition your back foot so that your feet are pointed forward. Slowly lower your back knee down onto the ground. Lunge into this. Deep lunge. Arms are up. Deep breath. Exhale, lower your arms to the ground. Shift your weight back. Step into a down dog. Hold your down dog. 5 deep breaths. And now step the left foot forward. Take your right foot out to an angle. Inhale, reach your arms up. Reposition yourself so both hips can point forward. Interlace those outer 3 fingers. Stay here, breathe. Keep pushing your left hip back to be in line with your right hip. Now open into your warrior 2, arms open, adjust your stance a little bit wider. Stack those shoulders over your hips. Open up just a little bit more. Deep breath. 2 more deep breaths. Now bring those arms up, palms touch, and slowly position that back foot so it points in the same direction as your knee in front of you. And then slowly lower it down, all the way to the ground, and shift all the way into a low lunge here. Deep low lunge. 3 more deep breaths. And slowly lower those arms all the way to the ground. Curl the toe, press back into your down dog. 10 deep breaths. If that's too much for you, you can move into a cat-cow. Option to hold the down dog or walk it out. And on that exhalation, step your right foot forward, left foot out to an angle, reach your arms up, back into the warrior 1. Breathe here, just let the blood flow back down through your body, all the way into your feet. 2 more deep breaths. Now we're gonna open back up into that warrior 2, open up that stance a little bit wider. Let your feet follow, stack those shoulders over your hips, tuck in that tailbone, reach that back arm behind you, sink even lower. Keep breathing through this. Then we're gonna bend this front right elbow, place your forearm onto your thigh, reach that left arm all the way out to the other end of the room. Stretch it out, breathe. Two more deep breaths. On the exhalation, take both arms behind you, lift your chin back up, and open up through your chest. Squeeze your arms back behind you. Still, you have your front knee bent, and you're open up through the hips, through the chest. 3 more deep breaths, and then we're gonna slowly fold forward. On the next exhalation, slowly lower down, placing your right shoulder onto your right knee. Stay here. 3 deep breaths. On the exhalation, release your hands from behind you. Place your right hand on the inside part of your foot. Left arm raises up. Here, if you needed to, you could put a block, if that feels better, onto your arm, or if your arms are long enough, your arm just touches the ground. Good. 3 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, both arms come down, step into a plank line. Plank line. Hold, hold plank. 5 deep breaths. On the exhalation, bend your elbows lower. Point your toes. Come into that cobra or up dog. Breathe here. 5 deep breaths. Breathing through it. Stretch it out, move around, do what feels good. Good, and you're coming back to center, chin into the chest. Curl the toes behind you to prep for your down dog. Press into your down dog. Just 5 deep breaths here. Now that we're getting a little bit more settled in your down dog, you might feel like just holding it instead of blocking it, but still do what you like. On that exhalation, now we're stepping left foot forward, right foot goes to an angle, back into that warrior one, arms up, reposition those hips so they're pointed forward, tuck in that tailbone, breathe here. On the exhalation, open into the warrior two just to reposition ourselves, straighten those arms out, tuck in that tailbone, open up through the shoulders. 1 more deep breath here. On the exhalation, lower that left forearm onto your left thigh, reach your right arm all the way out, look up, breathe. Stretch through that side body. Keep breathing, 2 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, slowly bring yourself up, take your arms behind you. Lift up your chin, keep sitting into this low lunge type position in that warrior one legs. Open up through the chest, lift those arms. 3 more deep breaths here, and then we'll lower down. All right, keep those arms binded behind you. Slowly start lowering the left shoulder onto the left knee and bow into this. Fold into it, breathe into it. All right, and then slowly untangle. Left hand comes to the inside of the foot, right arm reaches up. Remember, if that block feels good on the inside of the foot, put your block there if you want for a choice. Or if your arms are super long, you don't need it. You just have your hand onto the ground. Breathe here, gazing upward. 5 more deep breaths. Good, and the exhalation is going to lower both hands down, point your toes forward, step into plank line. Hold plank, 5 breaths. On the exhalation, slowly lower it down. Place your hands low on your rib cage, point your toes, press into that cobra or up dog, and just move it around. Move through the spine, make it feel good. Good. On your next inhalation, lift your chin up nice and high, stretch all the way through your throat. Exhale, tuck that chin into your chest, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Now here, I want you to place the top of your foot onto the ground. Just pick a foot and slowly massage through the top of your foot. Do both sides. So go through one side and the other side. The goal here is to stretch out the top of your foot, giving your top of your foot some attention, because a lot of times we just do the arc of our foot into the Achilles heel, into the calf muscle. Now we want to come to the top of our foot. 3 more deep breaths, switching back and forth, right side, left side. All right, now all of the weight is going to be on your left foot. Right leg extends up. Bend your knee. Point it up to the ceiling. Look upward. Just gaze up. 3 deep breaths. And step that right foot all the way up. Left foot to an angle. Inhale, reach into your warrior one. Sit into this. Let the blood flow back, down through your legs, through your feet, into the earth. 1 more deep breath here. Exhale, open into that warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Get even lower, tucking that tailbone. Deep breath. Exhale, both arms forward, all the way onto your front right foot. Find your warrior three pose. Flex your foot, point your hips down, deep breath. Exhale, slowly lower your feet down onto the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up, lean back, push your hips forward, deep breath. Exhale, swan dive, hands come under your shoulders. Find that plank line, stepping or jumping. Deep breath here. Exhale, lower down, point your toes. Place your hands low on the rib cage. Inhale, look up into that cobra or up dog. Look behind you, side to side. As little or as many as you want to do in 10 seconds. Feeling your breath into this. All right, start bringing it even on both sides, meeting back in center. And tucking your chin into your chest, curling your toes. Find that downward facing dog. Make this your down dog. If you want to walk it, if you want to hold it, if you want to massage the top of your feet, whatever you want to do for 5 deep breaths. All right, now that other foot raises, reach it all the way up, deep breath in. Exhale, step it forward, find that warrior one position. Make sure you're doing your opposite side, whatever side you did before. Palms touch at the top. Warrior one, deep breath. Exhale, open into that warrior two. Sink low, stretch that back arm all the way back. Sink even lower. 2 more deep breaths. And bring both arms forward all the way onto your front foot. And find that warrior three. Breathe. Hips point down, stabilize. 1 more deep breath. And step both feet down under you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Deep breath. Lean back, push your hips forward. Exhale, swan dive. Hands come under your shoulders. Find your plank line, stepping or jumping. Deep breath. And exhale, lower down. Point those toes. Inhale, lift up. Look side to side. Good. Bring it back to center. Tuck that chin into your chest. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Okay, now we are just gonna move through sun salutation, doing whatever version that you like. If you want to add a warrior into it, or if you just want to go straight through salutation, it's your choice. We're gonna be there 3 minutes. You can take it as slow or as fast as you want. So whenever you're ready, you can start your own version of your sun salutation. 3 minutes. Most important is to listen to your body, move through it, working out any little kinks that you might have, breathing. If you want to stay the whole 3 minutes in your down dog, you can do that. Good. Have about a little bit more than a minute to go. In just about 30 seconds, we will meet in the down dog. Take 1 or 2 more rounds through, and we'll all meet in down dog. Good, and the next time that you come into your down dog, just meet there in down dog. Breathing through it, another 10 deep breaths. You can walk it out. You can hold it, whatever feels good for you. Just keep those shoulders open, fingers wide, back straight. And on your next exhalation, lower your knees all the way down onto the ground. Take a few cat-cow positions here, movements, rounding and arcing. Remember that neck is part of your spine with the neck too. Just about 3 more deep breaths, rounding and arcing. Good, and find the center. Neutral spine, lift up your right leg and extend it all the way out. Point and flex through your foot. Now, if you can, curl the toe on the left side and extend your left arm. So it's right arm, no, right leg, left arm. And now same thing with your hand. Point and flex your hand, same as your foot. And now circle through the wrist and the ankle. Focusing just on wrist and ankle, but still trying to keep your limbs long. Good, another 3, 2, 1. Now reverse it, other way. Circle, 3, 2, 1. Now catch that foot with your hand. Hold on to it, bring it up as high as you can and hold, balance. 5 deep breaths. And exhale, release the foot down, knee all the way down. Bring that left arm up, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly thread it under. Let your shoulder touch onto the ground. And you could extend your arm, or you could put your right arm in your pocket. Or you could keep it where it's at. Wherever feels good. Push, breathe into it. All right, we're going to keep this arm where it is. If you need to, you can reposition it just a little bit. Slowly start lowering your legs down. See if you can take that top leg just like we were doing before. And we're going to look down to the ground and open up. Look down to the ground like you're hugging into your arm and look up. Look down and up. 3 more times. One more time. 3, and now look back down, position your legs down. Take your right hand, the one that's not crossed over. Press up so you can lift that left arm, open that left arm out to a T position. Look back down, take that top leg again. So now instead of that left arm in front of you, now it's to the side of you. And that top leg, again, looking down and up, stretching out through the shoulder. Little small movements, just as much that feel good for you. If you don't want to move in this, you don't have to. 2 more deep breaths. And now stay looking up slightly, hold it, another 3 deep breaths. On your exhalation, slowly place both hands back under your shoulders. So we're coming into a cobra or up dog. Point those toes, tuck the elbows into the rib cage. Lift up and lower down. Move with the breath. Inhale up, move the head around, exhale down. 3 more times. And then slowly press it back into an extended arm child's pose. Give your back a stretch. Open up through the knees. Stretch out your arms. See if you can place your forehead onto the mat. And find your tabletop position. Round and arc in your cat-cow, just making sure your spine is nice and loose. All of those cerebral fluids are awake through your spine. Breathe into it, give it 3 more deep breaths. Good, and now flatten your back into a table. Curl your right foot and extend your left leg. Start with your pointing and flexing. Make sure that left leg is stable, and then when you're ready, extend your right arm and point and flex through your wrist and your ankle. As you balance, now move it into a circle, wrist and ankle. Mostly focusing on that wrist and ankle, but still stretching out through the limbs. And your other direction, go both ways. Another 3, 2, 1, and hold on to that foot. Catch your foot. Right hand, left foot. Bring it up as high as you can. Hold here. 5 deep breaths, balance. And on your exhalation, slowly lower the knee down. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Deep breath in, stretch it all the way up. Exhale, thread it under. Place the shoulder onto the mat. You can keep your hand where it's at, or you could extend it, or you could wrap it around and put it into your pocket, whatever feels good for you. 5 deep breaths here. Remember, we're gonna get this even deeper. Right now, just stay here and breathe. All right, now make sure you have some space around you. See if you can start lowering your lower body down onto the ground. See if you can hold your top ankle. Good. And it's just little movements, looking down and looking up. Down and up. Feeling a little stretch into the shoulder and into your quad. 3 more times, and we're going to move the arm. Very good. And then release your leg for right now. Place your left hand underneath your shoulder so that you can lift up and take that right arm out to the side. And then see if you can take that top leg again. That arm's out to a T. And it's the little movements forward and back. As you do those little movements, you should feel the stretch change through your shoulder. Deep shoulder stretch. 3 more times, and then we're just going to see if we can stay looking up. Good, and then slowly just keep pointing upwards. Stay here, breathe. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, gently release your leg, hands back under your shoulders. Both hands under your shoulders. We're coming into the cobra up dog push-ups. Lower down and up, moving with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Three more times. And the next time that you lower down, stay down. Take your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and remember which pinky is on the bottom because we're going to switch up the pinkies after a second. After we do this one, we'll switch it up. So interlace those fingers behind your back. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, lower down, put a cheek to the ground. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower down your other cheek. So keep alternating. Which cheek touches the ground, which side you look toward. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to get nice and deep. Take your time through the inhalations and through the exhalations. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And now place your hands underneath your shoulders. Remember which pinky was on the bottom. Press back, stretch out, counter stretch that low back. Place the forehead onto your mat. Stretch that low back, 3 deep breaths, and then we're going to come back and do our other pinky on the bottom. Now bringing your body back onto the mat. Now opposite pinky, if you had your right pinky on the bottom before, now it's your left pinky. Interlace those fingers. If you can't do the interlace, then grab a strap. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lower down. Remember, just look one side, come back to center, and look your other side. Keep alternating side to side. Three more deep breaths. And then slowly unwind. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press back into your extended arm child pose. Walk it over to one side. Walk your hands all the way over. Press into the ground. 2 deep breaths here. And walk it all the way over to your other side. Another 2 deep breaths. Bring it back to center. All right, we're going to do a meditation for the ending of our class instead of a Savasana. So if you really want to do Savasana, you can come into Savasana position. But I want you to find either a pillow or a block to sit on. Now that we're into fall, the days are starting to get a little bit shorter. We want to start connecting with more of the dark side of of our shadows. We have our shadow side, so we wanna just connect with that a little bit. Don't be afraid of it. We all have a shadow side. We're just going to get in a nice, comfortable seated position. Sitting, whether that's on a block or a pillow, move around through the spine. Take a few breaths, just gonna breathe here, getting relaxed into it. And then now resting your hands comfortably onto your lap. With your palms facing up, we're gonna start moving through our fingers. Start with your thumb and your index finger touching, but stretch out your other fingers while your thumb and your index fingers touch. So stretch out your other fingers too. Don't forget about the other fingers that aren't touching. And then move it to your thumb and your middle finger. Those other fingers are stretching. And then your thumb and your ring finger. And then your thumb and your pinky finger. And now move it back to your thumb and your ring finger. Your thumb and your middle finger. And then your thumb and your index finger. And now we're going to touch the thumb and the nail of the index finger. So it's on the other side of your finger. If you were doing that before, just switch the side of your finger that you're touching. Moving it all the way down slowly to the pinky finger. And then once you come to the pinky finger, bring it back up. Coming back to the index finger. And I just want you to move through these fingers from the nail of the finger to the fingerprint of the finger, touching each finger to your thumb while stretching out your other fingers. And just take about 30 more seconds moving through this. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. You can do your own version if you want to touch the thumb and then the fingerprint at the same time. At the same time, the nail and the fingerprint. Just take your time moving through this, doing your own version of whatever feels good, feeling like you've stretched out through the fingers. All right, and now we're going to bring the palms of your hands together. Just let the palms of the hands touch, let the elbows come out, and the thumbs come into your heart center. I just want you to breathe here, settling into your breath. Try to take deep, long inhalations and hold before you exhale, and then also hold in the exhale space. Don't overthink it. Sometimes I focus a lot on this, but right now I just want you to just take a really deep inhale, hold, and a deep exhale and hold. While you are thinking about your energy, grounding your seat bones into the earth, let the energy seep down into the earth, and imagine a zero light in the center of the earth, filled with beautiful golden light, all the way into the center of the earth, connecting you. And now imagine a 0 point up above your head, up into the central sun, beautiful golden ball of light up above you. And imagine those 2 0 points below you and above you, connecting in a straight line into your heart center and meeting into your heart, encompassing all around your heart, that beautiful golden ball, a beautiful white golden light expanding through your heart, all the way through you, making a big bubble around you and expanding all the way through your house, through your family, through your city, through the entire globe, and just feeling that beautiful light surrounding you, clearing out any shadow, stale, dark energy. So you feel like you're in a beautiful snow globe of beautiful golden light. And just stay here for a moment, feeling into it, breathing into it. And then take one more deep breath in. On your exhalation, bow down and namaste. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Big deep breath in. Let your palms touch the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. And namaste.